Where is the line between self-love and egotism? Thanks. So in psychology, there is this idea about you have to build up the ego. So when the ego is created, dependent on your genetics and the way that you're conditioned, you can either have a negative ego or positive ego. So a negative ego would be telling yourself negative stories about yourself all the time. And that's simply because of the way you're conditioned. And it is a form of survival, ironically, because you can do it with dogs as well. It's like you're conditioning them to be negative. I've done it with Khaleesi in certain situations where she traumatized me a little because she's a feral dog from Thailand and she can be aggressive. And when she can be aggressive in the beginning, it shocked me. And so I would yell out or shout or make a song and dance. And what it would do was, even if it was scary to her, it confirmed to her that being that way was good. Even though it's negative and it feels negative, it made her feel like that was the right way to be. So ironically, when your negative ego is created, there is a sense that that is the most powerful and best thing to be at that time, but then it becomes habit. So then in psychology, there is this idea that you have to have a healthy ego in order to navigate the world. And I actually can see the sense in that, but it's really complex to explain it in an easy way in relation to non-duality. Because you do kind of need a healthy ego to navigate this world. Like if you've got a very negative ego, then you're just going to bring negative things to yourself. If you feel like you're really a piece of shit, that's what you'll keep bringing to yourself. And if you have an ego, say, like no ego, where you can't make choices, then that's what you'll keep bringing to yourself, is a choiceless life where things are just invading to you and happening to you. So what they do in therapy is often build up your ego to make it a healthy ego. And that will actually most probably decrease seeking. So you'll most probably become a happier person, because happiness is all about presence, is all about this, what is. So as you become a healthier ego, there'll most probably be less seeking. But what will still be there, unless you get into non-duality, is this attachment to believing that's you. So even like though there might be less attachment to it, because there's less seeking, there's less attachment to it. When there is lots of seeking, there is lots of attachment to it. There is lots of investment in what happens to you, what's good, bad, the way other people see you. But as you become more happier, there's less investment in what happens in time. And that's a good thing in a way, but what it does is it still holds the thought and the idea that that is who you are. And while you believe that you are a form, there will always be suffering. While there is this attachment to that, there will always be suffering. Who you are is beyond form, is beyond all things, all outcomes, all ideas. Healthy ego, non-healthy ego. You are beyond that. You are this. And what is this? This is this empty looking which is on all places. It's not behind, even though I say that. It's not in front. It's not somewhere which can be found. It is no thing which is all things. It is no thing which is all things. So right now, there is experiencing happening there. There is experiencing happening here. But when you look for it, you cannot find there and here. and even the you begins to disappear, the one that's looking for it. There is simply what is, which is crystal clear, just here, right now, right here, right now, boop boop, boop boop.